Welcome to County Report This Week. I'm Sonia Burke. We begin the show this week with a statewide petition that could make a difference in your future summer plans. My MC Media's Krista Brick reports.
There are still a few weeks of summer left, but don't tell that to the kids who are heading back to school in August. Controller Peter Francho is working on a plan that would extend their summer break through Labor Day. He was at the Montgomery County Agricultural Fair in Gaithersburg this month, talking about his petition to let summer be summer.
And it's getting shorter and shorter. School keeps creeping back into earlier and earlier dates in August. And I believe it affects the state's economy, it affects our teachers, it affects our kids, quality of life for their families. So the effort is to get people to sign a petition, directly communicating with the new legislature saying start school after Labor Day.
Francho is aiming for 10,000 signatures on the petition that will be presented to the General Assembly this winter. A governor-appointed task force in May voted in favor of the initiative, and Francho said the public is already on board.
It's dangerous for me because if I'm in between the petition and the public, they may trample me trying to sign it.
Are you in favor of more summer?
Yes! Well, I grew up going to school after Labor Day, and I think it would be great for them to have an extra week of summer and to enjoy, instead of going back and then having the week off with having the Monday off. I absolutely think that school should start after Labor Day.
Summer's getting shorter, not as much time to just go out and do our own thing.
It would give us more summer, a little bit more time to have some fun and chill out, and summer seems too short already.
Summer seems too short as it is, so I think summer should be longer and school should be shorter because it's way too long and kids need some more time to themselves.
Extending summer the extra week could mean $75 million in direct economic impact throughout the state, according to the Comptroller's analysis. To sign the petition, log on to the Comptroller's website.
All I can say is it's the most popular issue by far in Maryland right now.
For County Report This Week, I'm Krista Brick.
Montgomery County School spokesperson Dana Tofig said the school board doesn't have a comment about the proposal, but in general opposes any effort of the state to mandate the school calendar start date. Hundreds of new MCPS teachers recently attended an educator orientation session. MCPS TV has this story.
Hundreds of new teachers were introduced to MCPS this week at the new educator orientation at Northwest High School. More than 600 educators attended the event, which offered workshops on classroom management, Promethean technology, employee benefits, and more.
The NEO session has been extremely valuable to me. I got a whole ton of information that I didn't even know was coming at me from planning, learning a little bit more about the curriculum.
How to do lesson plans and adapt it and differentiate it for different types of students.
Unique things to MCPS, curriculum, classroom management.
That's the goal of the new educator orientation, to help teachers be ready on the first day of school and to become familiar with the many supports such as mentors and consulting teachers that are available to them as educators in MCPS.
I think the support system is fantastic. It's pretty nice that they have so many people available both in schools and from the county that are always available to you to answer your questions and to help you out.
At the information fair, new teachers were able to talk with financial professionals about organizing their lives in addition to their classrooms. With just 1 week to go before the first day of school, these new teachers seem to appreciate the concern MCPS shows for their well-being.
NEO has made me feel a lot more comfortable about starting the school year because I'm going into pre-service week with knowledge already.
Attending NEO has really helped me realize everyone is on my side. I'm not in this alone.
This is the 15th year the orientation has taken place. It's a great way to help teachers ease into their roles as educators. As the new academic year gets underway at Montgomery College, the college held its annual opening meeting to kick things off. MCTV's Michael Brown has the story.
With the 2014-15 academic year getting underway, MC held its annual fall opening meeting on the Germantown campus, site of the college's brand new state-of-the-art Bioscience Education Center. MC President Dr. Darian Pollard welcomed everyone back.
Because this is the beginning of a new academic year. It's the opportunity when we say goodbye to yesterday and we say hello to new beginnings as we do in an academic community. But we also celebrate, and that is indeed what I'm here today to do. I want to celebrate your return, and I toast you because it is so good to see you.
While she did reflect on some past major accomplishments, the main thrust of her remarks focused on 4 main goals for the year.
One is called the achievement gap. African American and Latino students are not completing and graduating at the same rate as their white and Asian peers. Unacceptable. Number 2, risk management. We must recognize and act on the recognition that the demand for transparency and accountability in higher education has never been more intense. Number 3, destination employer. The phrase destination employer describes one of our highest aspirations. Montgomery College is a great place to work. We know this. Now everyone else must know about this as well. Number 4, and you heard us talk about this earlier, and thank you, Dr. Rye, for your comments, academic restructuring requires all of our support. This is a historic moment for Montgomery College, but the times demand it because these are no ordinary times.
The meeting ended with Dr. Pollard welcoming the college's newest employees as they all gathered at the front of the auditorium to pose for a group photo. For County Report this week from MC's Germantown campus, I'm Michael Brown.
Each year, elected officials and representatives from each of Maryland's 23 counties gather in Ocean City for the Maryland Association of Counties Summer Conference. That convention just wrapped up, and Susan Kennedy talked with Councilmember Phil Andrews about the hot-button issues that were in the spotlight.
Ideas and innovations. That was the theme for this year's MACO convention, where more than 2,000 leaders gathered to brainstorm on the most important issues facing local government. Councilmember Phil Andrews was one of the representatives from Montgomery County. He told us, per usual, school dollars was at the top of the agenda.
Always a big issue because we're seeing continued growth in the school enrollment population of around 2,500 or more students a year, and that's projected to go on for a number of years. So we're over 154,000 students now. It's going to climb close to 160 in the next couple of years, and that puts pressure on our school construction budget. So school construction funding is something that we need to keep on the front burner because Montgomery County has regularly gotten a smaller share than it should, only about 11 or 12% of the state pie for school construction when we've got 17% of the 18% of the students.
Another hot topic, the heroin epidemic and the overprescription of opiates. Andrews says counties across the state are struggling with this issue and trying to find ways to put a stop to this destructive trend.
We're talking about having much better education of the public regarding opioid abuse and also working to stop doctors who are regularly overprescribing opiates, which is a significant problem.
Convention attendees had the opportunity to hear from both gubernatorial candidates. Andrews says it's important to understand where both candidates stand on the issues, especially school funding.
Well, this is a gubernatorial election year, so this is the time to put the pressure on the gubernatorial candidates to say, will you follow through? Will you commit to making sure that Montgomery County is treated fairly? That's what we need to focus on in the next 3 months.
In Rockville, I'm Susan Kennedy for County Report This Week.
With his parents and son by his side, Casey Anderson was officially sworn in as the newest Montgomery County Planning Board chair earlier this month. Just back from vacation, Mr. Anderson said he spent a lot of time thinking about his new role.
Came back from an extended vacation in New Mexico, and I was backpacking through the mountains. But all the time my mind was on getting rolling once I got back here so we could really make a quick start.
As Planning Board Chair, Mr. Anderson will lead the 5-member Montgomery County Planning Board, which oversees the Montgomery County Planning Department and the Montgomery Department of Parks. The board advises the Montgomery County Council on land use planning and community planning in Montgomery County. Walmart has scrapped its plans to build a store in Aspen Hill. The company had been looking to open a 118,000 square foot store at the site that would have employed 300 people. A Walmart spokesperson said the decision was based on business considerations and uncertainty about the length of the zoning process. The site at Aspen Hill Road and Connecticut Avenue is zoned for office use, and it's in the midst of the county's minor master plan amendment process in an attempt to rezone the property for retail use. The Montgomery County Planning Board's public hearing on the Aspen Hill minor master plan amendment is scheduled for September 11th. When we come back, we'll tell you about the Hispanic Gala and introduce you to some of this year's scholarship recipients. And we'll introduce you to a Montgomery County resident who is making national headlines for his concern for others in our community. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Did you know there are more than 10,000 county government phone numbers? But there's only one number you need to remember for non-emergency calls, 311. MC311 is Montgomery County government's online telephone information system. Need information? Have a problem or complaint? Trying to locate a county government facility? Call 311. The call center is open Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. The website is available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
So, I'm kind of new here, but I've noticed a trend. My human does this funny thing where she goes around and gets all my toys, and then she hides them in that basket by the door. But it's always the same basket, and it's always in the same place. And then she acts so surprised when I find them, but, she's putting them in the same basket. Again. It's like, hello, that's where you put it last time. You were the worst at hide and go seek.
Welcome back to County Report This Week. I'm Sonia Burke. 50 Latino students will be the recipients of the 2014 Maryland Hispanic Achievement Scholarship that will be presented at the County Executive's Hispanic Gala on September 18th. Lorna Virgili reports.
Two of the 50 Latino students that will be honored at the Executive's Hispanic Gala were our guests this week on the county's Spanish language radio show. Karen Venegas attended Montgomery College and is looking forward to start classes at the University of Maryland in the fall.
The scholarship is going to help me financially because it will allow me to pay almost half a semester tuition at the University of Maryland, and as a dreamer, that can be pretty expensive.
Jose Alarcon attended high school in Prince George's County and will be attending Prince George's Community College.
The scholarship is going to help me with my spring 2015 semester. It's going to pay basically almost all of it, and at least I don't have to worry about the spring semester now.
She will continue her studies in government and politics. He will start his higher education focusing on criminal justice. Both are dreamers as defined by the Maryland Dream Act. The Montgomery County Executive Hispanic Gala is a volunteer-run organization that fundraises to grant a one-time $2,000 scholarship to Latino students enrolled in Maryland colleges and universities. With the leadership of Montgomery County Executive Ike Leggett, the Hispanic Gala was launched last year. 25 students were awarded then. This year, the Gala will award 50 scholars that attend 14 colleges and universities throughout the state.
We celebrate the heritage, the contribution, the hard work for a Latino Hispanic community that has helped build this county and this great nation.
Students are awarded the scholarship based on academic performance, financial need, and community service. The gala will take place on September 18th at the Fillmore Silver Spring. For more information, visit montgomeryhispanicgala.org or call 240-277-8072. In Wheaton, for County Report This Week, I'm Lorna Virgili.
Poverty is on the rise in the suburbs, and Montgomery County has not been insulated from this trend. There are more than 72,000 residents who live in poverty here. Susan Kennedy has the story of one resident who's working to help those in need, and he's gaining national recognition for his efforts.
Most folks in this area have more than likely encountered a homeless person on the street. It's an image that is sometimes difficult to shake. Arnold Harvey sees homeless men, women, and children every day on his early morning route as a driver for Waste Management. And it was the images of those people that inspired him to take action. He approached his boss with an idea.
And I said, well, what if we can put some boxes up in the office, some for coats, blankets, and food?
And he said, that's a great idea, and it blossomed after that. It just took off.
The Gaithersburg resident was recently named one of Fortune magazine's Heroes of the 500 for starting the nonprofit organization God's Connection Transition. In 2007, Harvey and his wife Teresa started by collecting food, blankets, and coats and taking them to people on the streets. Today, GTC operates out of a small warehouse in Gaithersburg where they reach about 5,000 families per month.
And where do you get all of this food? Who provides this?
Well, I go to companies and just tell them my story, and this is what we're doing, and they come alongside us to be part of what is going on. They want to be part of it.
Kelly is a shopper at God's Connection Transition. She and her 2 girls stop by once a month for groceries to stock up their pantry.
Well, being a young mom, it's hard to, to come by money with rent, bills, car payment.
All right, girls, thank you.
Thank you.
Have a good day. Enjoy the summer.
So when I need extra money for groceries, it's just a lot easier to come over here and be able to have help from GCC.
For this Montgomery County resident, serving others brings him the most lasting kind of happiness.
This is what I want to do. This is what I committed myself to 7 years ago. I want to be able to do it and give it all my concentration and all my heart to it.
I'm Susan Kennedy for County Report This Week.
The City of Tacoma Park's new city guide is out, and it provides citizens with an all-in-one resource for all things happening in the city. The Tacoma Park Recreational Department uses this seasonal guide to keep city residents informed on all their programs and special events.
The Recreation Department has always put out a guide similar with just our activities. We Are Tacoma had some activities that will be entered into the Recreation Guide, so we just took that opportunity to grow even more, thinking of it from the residents' perspective, to have a complete resource at their fingertips of all the city programs and services. In addition to all the great offerings that we've normally run, this fall we're offering a Spanish for Tots class. We have a variety of offerings from the community college for the 55 over community, and we also have a boot camp that'll be run here at the community center for adults. We hope that they provide an opportunity for neighbors to get to know each other, for people to have fun, for them to have some recreational opportunities in their life locally.
The City Guide also features programs being offered at the Tacoma Park Recreation Center on New Hampshire Avenue. The city's recreation supervisor tells us about a new after-school program coming this fall.
The biggest new program that we have going on will be our After the Bell program. This will be for aftercare. This gymnasium will be one of the main things that they'll be using during aftercare. We want to be able to reach these kids and help them with homework situations, be able to teach them things about character, things about healthy lifestyles. Some of the fall programs that we offer here at the Rec Center include Zumba, Jazzercise. We have Ladies Boot Camp. We have a futsal program that's for high school students as well as middle school students. And we're trying to involve not only the kids, but the people in the community as well, too.
Registration is going on now, and you can come into a community center or the recreation center during regular business hours, or you can sign on at your leisure online at tacomaparkmd.gov/recreation.
When we come back, we'll take you to a back-to-school jam in Rockville and introduce you to a 90-year-old Silver Spring resident who's inspiring his neighbors to get up and dance. Don't go away. County Report This Week. We'll be right back.
The next 30 seconds can save you a lot of money. Just do your laundry in cold and stick to full loads. Auto-sleep your computers. Plug your gadgets in a power strip and switch it off when you're done. Headed out? Turn back your thermostat by 10 degrees. And drive sensibly. The more energy you save, the more money you save. Find other great tips at energysaver.gov.
Welcome back to County Report This Week. I'm Sonia Burke. The city of Rockville hosted its annual Back to School Jam at the Lincoln Park Community Center earlier this month. Rockville 11 has more in this report.
I'm Rockville 11's Morgan Lash here at Lincoln Park Community Center for the annual Back to School Jam. While this yearly event proves to be fun for the kids, its greater purpose is helping Rockville families prepare for the school year.
Can't you feel the excitement? Can you see the sparkles in the eyes? Anytime you're doing community outreach, it's a great thing.
Rockville families come to the community center to pick up a backpack and other school supplies their children will need for the school year.
It definitely affects the kids in a sense that it gets them prepared. It provides them with some of the tools they need to get started for the upcoming school year. Plus, they're just excited because they're receiving something that can help them.
I mean, it's good because a lot of kids around here really need it, so it's much needed help, and it's a chance to get to meet your neighbors, so it's a good thing.
Although the Back to School Jam has been helping families for the past 14 years, this year brought something new to the table.
What we try to do this year is bridge the gap between community, home, and school this year. So the vendors that we have basically are community organizations that help families as well. So we improved in that area, just trying to provide more information.
Vendors lined the walls of the community center, providing information ranging from after-school sports programs to healthcare assistance to anti-bullying campaigns. With all of the community support, it's safe to say that Rockville kids are ready for the school year.
Do you like to dance? Well, the seniors at Riderwood sure do, and they're led by their 90-year-old instructor.
1, 2, 3.
Every Monday morning, Dr. Martin Swetnick leads a Latin dance class in the Wellness Studio at Riderwood, a community in Silver Spring where the average resident is 80 years old. Their instructor picks the music and demonstrates the dance steps.
Bend your knees. Get your hips going. Twist.
And his 1-hour class is a workout.
I love it. I love it. I feel better than I did when I was 40 years old.
It's a fun way to exercise.
I love it. Love it. This is my main exercise.
Watching these seniors mirror Marty's moves, it's hard to believe he's turning 91 in September.
I came to Riderwood in 2009. I decided, heck, I see so many of these people here sitting, and that's not good. Physical activity combined with certain exercise will lengthen the life of seniors.
He does a good job of teaching us.
We're really fortunate to have him here.
Music really make everybody young.
I like the line dance, tap dance, ballroom dance, move to the Latin beat.
Standing or sitting, these seniors, some of whom use walkers or wheelchairs, move their feet to a variety of beats and dances, from the samba to the rumba, to the mambo to the salsa, to the cha-cha-cha.
So 1, 2, 3, cha-cha, 5, 6, 7.
He's the best. Well, we think Martin is the best thing that ever happened to Riderwood.
What's your favorite part of this class?
All of it.
They have problems, they walk into this room, they don't think of their problems anymore. They're talking to each other and they're moving around, and they're happy.
The Quaker town of Brookville played a significant role in national history as United States capital for a day during the British occupation of Washington on August 26, 1814. This year commemorates the bicentennial of the day when Brookville became the U.S. capital, when President James Madison and his staff sought refuge in the town during the British invasion. On Saturday, August 30th, and Sunday, August 31st, the historic town of Brookville will be celebrating with a weekend-long celebration. Montgomery County Executive Ike Leggett and Maryland Governor Martin O'Malley are both scheduled to participate in the reenactment event. For more information, visit the event's website at uscapitalforaday.org or call 240-205-2387. Coming up on County Report this week, we go back in time for another Heritage Montgomery Civil War moment. And we'll introduce you to our Pet of the Week. Don't go away. County Report this week is coming right back.
Fall semester has begun, but it's not too late to register for classes at Montgomery College. There are hundreds of programs and courses to choose from. Register in person at any of our 3 campuses or online anytime, 24 hours a day. The MC Shuttle is on its way. The new inter-campus bus will run between the Tacoma Park, Silver Spring, and Rockville campuses weekdays between 9 a.m. and 6 p.m. Shuttles are available to anyone with a current MC ID. And MC hosts the inaugural Tom Bickey Memorial Soccer Tournament at the Germantown Soccerplex on September 6th and 7th. 4 NSCAA Top 10 teams will vie for the title: Suffolk Community College of New York, Richland College from Texas, Mount San Antonio College from California, and our own MC Raptors.
It's time for another Heritage Montgomery Civil War moment. Our story left off as Union forces rushed to defend Fort Stevens from General Jubal Early's attack in early 1864. To pick up the story, Barbara Grunbaum.
As Union forces raced to defend the nation's capital from Confederate General Jubal Early's attack on Fort Stevens, other strategic spots were left vulnerable. Taking advantage, Confederates did some damage in the hills overlooking the Potomac. Blockhouse Point Conservation Park gets its name from the blockhouses that served as lookouts for the Federal troops who were encamped at Muddy Branch. For most of the war, there was a Union presence all over this area. They were guarding against rebels crossing the Potomac River into Maryland. In 1862, the 19th Massachusetts Infantry built 3 blockhouses following the Union defeat at Ball's Bluff. Each was 48 feet square with walls 4 feet thick and 12 feet high. They offered a secure lookout along the Potomac between Seneca and Great Falls. 2 years later, when Union troops stationed here were called away to help defend Fort Stevens, Confederate Colonel John Singleton Mosby and his raiders swooped in and burned the camps along with the 3 defensive blockhouses. One of those blockhouses stood here on this bluff. Nowadays, you can barely see the river through the trees, but back then, there were no trees, and this gave the soldiers a great view across the river to Virginia. Today, Blockhouse Point Conservation Park is one of the few undisturbed Civil War camps in the Washington area, offering a unique opportunity to learn more about life at a small outpost. For more information, visit the Montgomery County Parks website at www.montgomeryparks.org and search Blockhouse Point. For County Report This Week, I'm Barbara Grunbaum.
For more on the Civil War in Montgomery County, visit Heritage Montgomery's website. Now it's time to meet our pet of the week. Joining us now is Catherine Zanzano from the Montgomery County Animal Shelter. Catherine?
Hi, my name is Catherine Zanzano. I'm the Community Outreach Coordinator at the Montgomery County Animal Services and Adoption Center. We're the county's only open admission shelter operated by the Montgomery County Department of Police. I'm in one of our pet showcase rooms here with Faith. Faith is one of our dogs that is here waiting for somebody to come in and adopt her. If somebody were interested in adopting Faith, they could come visit us during our adoption hours. We're open Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday from 12 to 7, and on Saturday and Sunday from 12 to 5. You could also visit our website to see information about Faith and other adoptable animals like her at www.montgomerycountymd.gov/ASD for Animal Services Division.
Save the date for the 11th Annual Silver Spring Jazz Festival. It takes place on Saturday, September 6th from 3 to 10 p.m. at Veterans Plaza in downtown Silver Spring. The festival is one of the largest crowd pleasers for jazz lovers. This year, some of the featured artists include Marcus Johnson, Elliot Levine, David Bach Consort, and the Preservation Hall Jazz Band. As always, the festival is free and open to the public. For more information, go to silverspringdowntown.com. With that, we close this edition of County Report This Week. Remember to like us on Facebook and to join us again at this time every week for a look at what's going on inside Montgomery County. We close the show this week with a look back at the Montgomery County Agricultural Fair. I'm Sonia Burke. Thank you for watching.
Another $2.12. I think I have that much.
You want a Kubota? That'd be awesome.